So, you want to hear my story? Prepare yourself, as the tale I'm about to unravel isn't your everyday yarn. This is the story of how I died, a story that delves into the depths of mortality and what it means to be alive. Another quiet morning in the vastness of space. The hum of machinery echoes through the small cabin I have come to call home, filled with the scent of disinfected plastic and forgotten aspirations. I prepare for a day like any other, grab a hearty double hot dog breakfast, and meet up with my best pal and co-worker Anderson. Sure, he's a little weird, but mostly harmless. After getting changed and mentally preparing myself for another day of monotony, I slowly make my way to my ship. The ship I inherited from my grandfather also comes with a long list of inherited problems. This ship is an icon of the golden age of exploration, an age long since over, and here I am, trapped in the confinements of the Stanton system, a system known all too well, mapped and explored in every detail. I collect my dropship from the garage. I picked up a few unsolicited bumps and scrapes during my last delivery job to Grim Hex, a station I try to avoid at every opportunity. Once a medical carrier, its primary mission under my command, to gather and dispose of hazardous waste, sparing my main ship from the potential mess that comes with such risky cargo. I used to dream of interstellar exploration, discovering new worlds and civilizations. Now it's more like I'm exploring the fascinating realm of interplanetary waste disposal. So here I am, boldly going where no one really wants to go. It turns out, the final frontier is actually really quite boring. So yeah, I've turned my high-tech interstellar exploration vessel into the garbage truck and occasional space taxi, which makes me just enough credits to buy food and fuel. I count myself luckier than most, and at least I have a ship, and it gets me where I need to go. It's got plenty of space for cargo, and a handy medical bay for when passengers get space sick. The morning, a relative term when jumping between planets, proceeds as expected. Unremarkable and unprofitable. Each jump is a reminder of the limitations imposed on me. The Stanton system, a prison of familiarity. While transporting box after box of hazardous materials to and from my dropship, hoping I'm not being exposed to some nightmarish alien parasite, I get notified of an urgent distress beacon, not too far away, and the promise of credits. A lot of credits. More than I have made in an entire day collecting garbage. I hurriedly make my way back to my dropship, making sure not to damage the unknowably dangerous package I'm clutching in my haste. I've made that mistake before, and poor Gary paid the price. He was never the same after that. In a race against the clock in many ways, I'm surely not the only one to receive this beacon. There are plenty of desperate souls out here in the void. I should know, am one of them. I reroute my course, the ship responding quickly to my pull of desperation. The promise of a reward, and who knows, maybe a little excitement to go with it, fuels my journey into the unknown. A distress beacon comes with more risk than your average pickup and drop-off, and the shadows of recent pirate sightings linger in my mind, a warning I witlessly ignore. As I approach my valued customer, I take a moment to prepare for the potentially highly profitable encounter. I nonchalantly sweep the lingering snack debris off my armor, giving it that extra shine, and stride confidently toward the entrance, fully prepared to give the best possible first impression I can muster. The hail of bullets reverberating against my armor acts as a sudden wake-up call, catapulting me into a frantic response. Alas, my reaction is a beat too slow, and the cold grasp of death swiftly overtakes me. Fully bracing myself to wake up in a fresh body on Orison, I'm met with a surprising twist as I find myself in familiar surroundings. The med bay, a reassuring sight. Of course, this revelation implies that I'm still aboard the ship, and to my dismay, so is my assailant. Naked and utterly alone, my initial refuge in the recreation room felt like a stroke of genius. But fate, as unpredictable as ever, led him straight to me. All I can do now is run for the exit, hope to escape the impending hail of bullets. Luck, as it seems, has abandoned me. As I awake again, the realization hits me. Now my attacker will know that I am mortally tethered to this ship's med bay. A thought I don't have long to ponder. I wake again to this hellish nightmare. I run for the door in a vain attempt to escape, only to be shot in the back, doomed to repeat the cycle once more. It has now become a war of attrition. What will last longer? His insatiable bloodlust or my dwindling sanity? Sadly, my apprehension leans towards the former. Upon regaining consciousness, I employ evasive maneuvers, attempting to dodge and weave around him, striving to outlast his supply of ammunition. My attempts to run down his seeming infinite supply of ammo finally paid off, or so I thought. With each explosive demise and the accumulation of my lifeless bodies piling up beside me, existential questions arise. I find myself contemplating life, existence, the essence of my own humanity. I've died before, many times. In the year 2953, death is just an inconvenience, really. Like going to the dentist. This is hell. Amidst the growing graveyard of my former selves, a haunting question lingers. Am I the same person with each resurrection, or a mere crude copy? The more I return, the more it feels like I'm shedding fragments of myself along the way. I don't even flinch when I wake anymore. My body may be new again. My mind's a shattered mosaic. He's nowhere in sight. Could I have finally satisfied his sadistic intentions? With trepidation, I rise and move towards the door. Adrenaline surging as the ship's self-destruct siren echoes through the corridors. I run to the bridge, hoping I'm not too late. I hastily deactivate the self-destruct sequence, just to discover the engines are offline and the ship's losing power fast. A hail of gunfire from outside, clearly the cause of my newest conundrum. I had to rethink this strategy. No way this thing was getting off the ground. I was now standing inside what was essentially a ticking time bomb. Running and praying, I make a desperate dash for survival, hoping the shield will withstand the onslaught until I reach my dropship. With every blast of gunfire reverberating around the hull of the ship, I think this is the end. But I keep going, keep running. Reaching the dropship, I execute the launch sequence with a frenzied efficiency, bypassing pre-flight checks and slamming the accelerator. Rocketing into the upper atmosphere, my hull shudders under a hail of gunfire. He spotted me, as expected. Can I slip through his clutches once more? The quantum engine hums, and in a flash, I'm away. Leaving my grandfather's ship to the mercy of scavengers tugs at a sentimental thread, but it's insured, and claiming a new vessel is practically routine. As my ship charts its course away from danger, I can't help but wonder, am I the master of my own destiny, or merely a pawn in the hands of fate?